WWF proudly presents the Earth Hour City Challenge. Launched at the 5th European Summit of Regions and Cities in Copenhagen, March 2012. Let me begin by explaining the rationale behind WWF's engagement in cities. As a global NGO, we have two targets that all our efforts should sum up to: preserving the biodiversity of this planet and reducing humanity's global footprint while sharing the planet's resources more equitably. The current trends analyzed in our biannual Living Planet report show what a challenge this is. Humanity's footprint has doubled during the last 50 years, and the biodiversity index is down by 30%. Humanity uses today the equivalent capacity of 1.5 planets, and that results in reduced health of the ecosystems and increasing risk of runaway climate change and ecosystem collapse. And already today, if all humans would adopt the lifestyles of the developed world, we will need between 3 and 5 planets to produce all the resources and absorb the carbon dioxide emissions. Today, already more than half of humanity lives in cities, and the speed of urbanization and lifestyle change is accelerating. Urbanization is historically known for coming in tandem with increasing footprints. Cities are literally global centers of growth. By 2050, more than 70% of humanity will live in cities. And during the next 30 years, according to a study together with Booz & Company, $350 trillion will be invested in cities. That corresponds to 7 times the current global GDP. And the reason why WWF engages in cities is that we are convinced that there are huge opportunities for cities to radically reduce global footprints and protect biodiversity with sustained or increased quality of life. The trillions to be invested in cities actually provides a window of opportunity to quickly implement solutions that minimize the urban footprint while better meeting human needs. Solutions may include climate-smart urban planning, mobility management, energy efficiency, smart use of internet and communication technologies, renewable energy, and policies supporting sustainable consumption. Massive redirection of investment is needed towards such solutions and strategies to make it possible for citizens to live, move, and consume in a one-planet future. One of the biggest challenges to green leadership of cities is inertia and vested interests in outdated technology. Sustainable urban development demands a paradigm shift, such as moving from fossil to future and from road toward rail. It is really key to understand the risk of future galloping costs from carbon lock-in. Long-term and holistic approach in planning is required, not to regret old decisions when looking back. And success often depends on the ability to see the potential for employment and a new income from being part of new solutions. Through the Earth Hour City Challenge, WWF aims to identify and reward cities that are prepared to become leaders in the global transformation toward a one-planet economy. Today, we are proud to launch the first international pilot of this recurrent and increasingly global initiative. As in the national pilot from last year, the focus is on combating climate change and promoting one-planet lifestyles. And this year, we invite cities from 5 countries, Canada, India, Italy, Sweden, and USA, to inspire the world with ambitious, holistic, and credible plans for low-carbon development and for dramatically increasing the use of renewable energy solutions in the next few decades. Candidate cities will submit relevant data and plans online via an internationally recognized carbon reporting platform for cities, which is managed by ICLEI. The platform will be adapted to host the Earth Hour City Challenge, and ICLEI will support with outreach and webinars for city candidates. The reporting period for the Earth Hour City Challenge will be between June and November. And when reporting closes on November 19, an international expert jury will assess the plans and select 5 national champions and 1 global Earth Hour capital. Quality control of the entire evaluation process is provided by the international consultancy Accenture. And for the awards, the jury will be looking for cities that have not only recognized the climate challenge and started measure and report their emissions, but are also implementing ambitious and holistic initiatives, advancing the low-carbon agenda and taking the city and its community closer to a 100% renewable and sustainable economy. Initiatives that can contribute with solutions to the rest of the world will be especially highlighted, and measures to increase innovation, entrepreneurship, and public participation are also rewarded. Through the Earth Hour City Challenge, WWF wants to highlight different solutions and challenges for cities in different parts of the world, while increasing awareness that cities everywhere will ultimately face similar challenges of meeting human needs on a full and carbon-constrained planet. In order to level the playing field between cities, the jury will take into account differences in resources and starting points. A one-planet economy is a global goal where cities everywhere will have a key role to contribute, but how cities can contribute more exactly to this transition depends on where they are. Cities in the developing world may need to focus more on low-carbon development, whereas developed country cities need to work hard on reducing the carbon footprint of their citizens and promoting renewable solutions everywhere. The scale of the changes required to meet everyone's needs on one living planet is daunting, but far-sighted initiatives also create many new opportunities. Problems can multiply, but solutions can too. Cities concentrate human capital and skills that can unleash their transformation with global multiplier effects. Facilitation of one planet lifestyle requires a collaboration of solution providers from different sectors, city planners, decision makers, and the people living in cities. The city is the ideal context where such collaboration can happen and be translated into action on the ground. The relative independence of local governments from national governments allows cities to demonstrate leadership and walk the talk instead of waiting for international or national policy decisions. And similar to standard setting in business, city leaders can create peer pressure for better practice within their global community of cities. And they can also demonstrate what is possible to national and international decision makers. It has been said that cities will innovate or die, and now as the era of cheap fossil fuels is ending and climate change starts hitting harder, this statement makes even more sense. The expected global investment in cities can either lock urban residents into energy-intensive, fossil fuel-dependent infrastructures and lifestyle, with its galloping social and economic costs, or help drive a global transition toward a renewable and sustainable future. Cities can and must be the centers for change in this transition. And through the Earth Hour City Challenge, WWF wants to help cities move forward as global solution hotspots with support from citizens and solution providers from all over the world.